Ladies and gentlemen, what does it mean to break barriers and build dreams? In a world of distractions, challenges, and uncertainties, these words hold a profound truth, one that transcends mere motivation. To break barriers is to step into a new state of being, to transcend the limits that have been imposed upon us, often by our own minds. We all carry within us the potential for greatness. Yet much of our life is governed by invisible walls we've constructed, barriers of fear, self-doubt, and past conditioning. These barriers are not real, though they feel like concrete walls. They are merely constructs of the mind, shaped by the stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we deserve, and what we can achieve. The journey begins when we understand that these walls are not who we are. They are simply thoughts, beliefs, and patterns that have been passed down to us or that we have accepted. To break these barriers, we must first become aware of them. Awareness is the key that unlocks the door. When we shine the light of presence on the dark corners of our thoughts, the barriers begin to dissolve. We live in a world that encourages constant movement. But true transformation is not about doing more. It is about being present. It is about sitting in stillness, observing the mind, and recognizing that the mind's projections of past and future are what keep us stuck. When we are fully present in the moment, we are no longer prisoners of the past, and the future loses its grip on us. In this space, we break free. When we embrace the present moment, we step beyond the boundaries of what we thought was possible. The unknown becomes less frightening because we are no longer driven by the need to control. We surrender to the flow of life, trusting that the universe is guiding us toward the fulfillment of our dreams. Transformation begins with a shift in perception, and the first step in this journey is breaking free from the limiting beliefs that confine us. These beliefs are often deeply ingrained in our minds, sometimes so subtly that we're unaware of them. They shape the way we view the world, ourselves, and our potential, often without us even realizing their existence. These limiting beliefs can be inherited from family, society, or past experiences, and they create invisible barriers that restrict our growth. When we are caught in the grip of these beliefs, they form the lens through which we see everything around us. We start to believe that we are not good enough, not worthy of success, or that certain dreams are simply out of reach. These beliefs become the stories we tell ourselves, the narratives that run in the background of our thoughts. We may not consciously acknowledge them, but they influence our decisions, actions, and even our ability to dream. The danger lies in the fact that we begin to identify with these beliefs as though they are truths about who we are. But in reality, these beliefs are not truths at all. They are merely assumptions we have accepted as fact. It requires us to pause and examine the thought patterns that dominate our minds. We must ask ourselves, what do I believe about myself? Where do these beliefs come from? Are they based on facts? Or are they simply ideas I've accepted without question? It is through this honest self-inquiry that we begin to separate ourselves from these false narratives and reclaim our power. As we become more aware of our limiting beliefs, we realize that they are not an inherent part of who we are. They are just conditioned responses to our past experiences. For example, if we were told as children that we were not capable of achieving something, we may internalize that message and carry it into adulthood, holding ourselves back from even trying. But when we recognize that these beliefs were imposed upon us and are not an accurate reflection of our true potential, we can begin to release them. This process of letting go is not always easy, as these beliefs have often been held for a long time and feel deeply rooted. However, with patience and persistence, we can choose to rewrite the narrative. One of the most powerful ways to break free from limiting beliefs is by embracing the present moment. The present moment is where true freedom resides. When we are fully present, we are no longer bound by the weight of past experiences or the expectations of the future. We experience life as it is, without the filter of old beliefs. The moment we step into the present, we allow ourselves to break free from the constraints of the past. And in doing so, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. Breaking free from limiting beliefs also involves trusting in our own inner wisdom. Deep down, we all possess an innate knowing of what is right for us. This inner wisdom is not clouded by the judgments and doubts of the mind. When we trust this wisdom, we gain the courage to act in ways that align with our true selves, not with the limitations imposed by others or by our past. By consistently acting from a place of authenticity, we gradually dismantle the walls of limitation and step into the boundless potential that resides within us. Breaking free from limiting beliefs is an act of self-liberation. It is about reclaiming the power to define who we are, what we can achieve, and how we experience the world. As we free ourselves from the mental chains that have held us back, we not only open up to new opportunities, but we also begin to build the foundation for the dreams that are waiting to be realized. The present moment is the gateway to freedom, transformation, and boundless potential. When we live fully in the now, we transcend the constraints imposed by time-bound thinking. This is the essence of breaking barriers and building dreams, for it is only in the present that true change can occur. Yet for many of us, the present moment remains elusive, overshadowed by regrets of the past and anxieties about the future. Our minds are often preoccupied with a constant stream of thoughts that pull us away from the here and now. We replay events that have already happened, analyzing and judging them, or we project ourselves into a future that is yet to come, imagining scenarios that may never unfold. This habitual pattern creates a sense of being trapped in time, where we are either burdened by what has been or fearful of what might be. In this state, we are not truly living, but merely existing, disconnected from the richness of life as it unfolds. It is the only moment that truly exists, the space where life happens. When we bring our attention to the now, we step out of the mental noise and into a state of awareness. In this awareness, we find clarity, peace, and a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. The present moment is not influenced by the stories of the past or the uncertainties of the future. It is a space of pure potential, where barriers dissolve and possibilities emerge. To fully experience the present moment, we must cultivate presence. This means intentionally directing our attention to what is happening right now, without judgment or resistance. It can be as simple as focusing on the sensation of the breath, the sounds around us, or the feeling of the ground beneath our feet. Through these small acts of mindfulness, we anchor ourselves in the present and free ourselves from the grip of the mind's distractions. We also gain the ability to see things as they truly are, rather than through the distorted lens of past conditioning or future expectations. This clarity allows us to respond to life with wisdom and creativity rather than reacting out of fear or habit. We begin to recognize that many of the barriers we face are not external obstacles, but internal constructs, thoughts and beliefs that lose their power when we observe them from a place of presence. Living in the present moment does not mean ignoring the past. The mind often creates an illusion of separation, a perception that divides us from the world, others, and even ourselves. This sense of separation stems from the ego, which thrives on the idea of individuality and distinction. It defines us in terms of I and them, building walls that fragment our experience of life. While this perspective may feel natural, it is one of the most significant barriers to personal growth and fulfillment. This illusion of separation begins early in life, shaped by societal norms, cultural conditioning, and personal experiences. We are taught to see ourselves as isolated beings, separate from others and from the environment around us. We adopt labels, our roles, accomplishments, and possessions, and allow them to define our identity. Over time, this identification with external factors reinforces the belief that we are distinct from the greater whole, creating a sense of disconnection. And then, living with this illusion can lead to feelings of loneliness, fear, and competition. When we perceive ourselves as separate, we often act out of a need to protect or prove ourselves, fearing that others might diminish or threaten our sense of self. This mindset can manifest as conflict, judgment, or a reluctance to collaborate and trust. It becomes a significant barrier, not only to our relationships with others, but also to our connection with the deeper essence of life. When we look beyond this illusion, a profound truth emerges. Separation is not real. At the most fundamental level, everything in existence is interconnected. Science reveals this through the interconnected systems of nature and the shared energy that flows through all living beings. Spiritual teachings echo this truth, emphasizing the unity that underlies all diversity. When we shift our perspective to see the world through this lens, the barriers we once perceived begin to dissolve. Breaking the illusion of separation requires cultivating awareness and presence. It begins with observing the thoughts that perpetuate the idea of I versus them. By questioning these thoughts and recognizing them as constructs of the mind, we can start to dismantle the walls that divide us. This practice is not about denying individuality, but about understanding that individuality exists within a greater unified whole. One powerful way to experience this unity is through acts of empathy and compassion. When we truly listen to others and seek to understand their experiences, we recognize that their joys and struggles are not so different from our own. This recognition fosters a sense of oneness that transcends superficial differences. In these moments, the walls of separation fade, and we connect on a deeper level. Another avenue for breaking the illusion of separation is through connection with nature. Spending time in natural settings reminds us of our place within the larger web of life. Observing the harmony of ecosystems and the interdependence of all living things helps us see that we are not apart from nature, but an integral part of it. We unlock a vast reservoir of potential for growth and creativity. No longer constrained by the barriers of separation, we can collaborate, innovate, and dream in ways that benefit not only ourselves, but also the collective whole. This shift from a mindset of division to one of connection allows us to move beyond fear and limitation, opening the door to a life of greater meaning and fulfillment. Breaking the illusion of separation is an act of liberation. It frees us to experience life in its fullness, to see ourselves not as isolated entities, but as threads in the vast tapestry of existence. In this understanding, we find the power to break barriers and build dreams, not just for ourselves, but for the world around us. Growth and the realization of dreams often require stepping into the unknown, a realm that lies beyond the safety of the familiar. The unknown, though filled with uncertainty, is where true transformation occurs. It is in this uncharted space that we break through barriers, redefine our limits, and create something entirely new. Yet for many, the unknown is a source of fear, a place where control feels lost, and outcomes cannot be guaranteed. Human nature tends to gravitate toward familiarity. We find comfort in routines, predictability, and the security of what is known. This instinctive desire for stability serves a purpose. It helps us navigate life with a sense of safety. However, the same familiarity that protects us can also confine us. When we cling too tightly to what we know, we become stuck in patterns that limit our potential. We resist change and avoid risk, fearing failure, rejection, or the discomfort of stepping outside our comfort zones. Embracing the unknown requires a willingness to let go of this need for certainty. It involves surrendering the illusion of control and trusting that, even in uncertainty, life will support us. This is not an easy shift to make, as the mind often resists what it cannot predict or understand. But it is precisely in the moments of uncertainty that the most significant opportunities for growth arise. The unknown holds infinite possibilities. New perspectives, unexpected solutions, and the chance to discover aspects of ourselves we never knew existed. Ooh! One of the keys to embracing the unknown is shifting our mindset. Instead of seeing uncertainty as something to fear, we can choose to view it as an adventure, a chance to explore and grow. When we reframe uncertainty in this way, it becomes less daunting and more exciting. We begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to learn and expand. Trust also plays a vital role in navigating the unknown. This trust is not blind faith in a specific outcome, but rather a deeper confidence in the flow of life itself. It is the belief that even when we cannot see the path ahead, we are being guided toward what is best for us. Trusting in this way allows us to move forward even when the next step feels uncertain. It gives us the courage to take risks, to act despite fear, and to remain open to the possibilities that arise. Another powerful tool for embracing the unknown is presence. When we focus on the present moment, we are no longer consumed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. The present becomes an anchor, grounding us in what is real and tangible. From this place of presence, we can approach the unknown with a sense of curiosity and openness, rather than fear. Stepping into the unknown is also an act of self-discovery. It challenges us to confront our fears, question our assumptions, and expand our understanding of what we are capable of. In the process, we often uncover hidden strengths, talents, and resilience. These discoveries not only help us break through barriers, but also empower us to build the dreams we once thought were out of reach. Embracing the unknown is a transformative practice. It requires courage, trust, and a willingness to let go of the familiar. But in doing so, we open ourselves to the limitless possibilities of life. The unknown is not something to avoid. It is a space of potential, a canvas on which we can create the life we desire. By stepping into it with an open heart and mind, we break free from the constraints of the past and take a bold step toward building our dreams. Awareness is the cornerstone of transformation. It is the light that illuminates the barriers we face and the doorway through which we step to transcend them. Without awareness, we remain trapped in patterns of thought and behavior, repeating the same cycles without understanding why. To break barriers and build dreams, we must cultivate a deep and conscious awareness of our inner world, the thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that shape our experiences. Many of us go through life on autopilot, driven by habits and reactions that have become second nature. These patterns often originate from past experiences, societal conditioning, or inherited beliefs. While they may serve as shortcuts to navigate daily life, they also limit our ability to see new possibilities. We may find ourselves stuck in cycles of doubt, fear, or negativity, unaware that these patterns are not fixed truths, but merely the result of unexamined thoughts. The first step in developing awareness is observation. This involves stepping back and becoming a witness to our own thoughts and emotions. It means noticing the stories we tell ourselves, the judgments we make, and the triggers that provoke us. This practice of observation is not about criticism or self-judgment, but about seeing clearly. When we observe without attachment, we create space between ourselves and our mental noise, allowing us to see our patterns for what they truly are, temporary and changeable. We begin to recognize the distinction between our true selves and the thoughts that arise in our minds. Thoughts arise in our minds. Thoughts are not who we are. They are transient, arising and passing like clouds in the sky. By observing them, we free ourselves from identifying with them. This separation gives us the power to choose how we respond rather than reacting automatically. For example, instead of being consumed by self-doubt, we can observe the doubt, acknowledge its presence, and consciously decide to act with confidence and courage. Awareness also helps us connect with our emotions, which are often overlooked or suppressed in the busyness of life. Emotions are powerful messengers, pointing us toward areas where healing or growth is needed. By paying attention to our feelings without judgment, we can uncover the underlying beliefs or fears that hold us back. This process of emotional awareness allows us to release old pain and move forward with greater clarity and freedom. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, or journaling are valuable tools for cultivating awareness. These practices help quiet the mind, allowing us to tune into the present moment where awareness naturally arises. When we are fully present, we are no longer consumed by the past or worried about the future. Instead, we engage with life as it is, with a sense of openness and curiosity. The power of awareness lies in its ability to transform. It reveals the barriers we've unconsciously built and gives us the tools to dismantle them. It shines a light on the beliefs that limit us and helps us see the vast potential that lies beyond them. Through awareness, we gain the clarity to set intentions, make conscious choices, and align our actions with our highest aspirations. Awareness is not just about noticing what is wrong, it is about reconnecting with what is true and authentic within us. It is a journey of coming home to ourselves, of discovering the essence of who we are beyond the noise of the mind. When we live with this level of awareness, we break free from the barriers that once confined us and step into a life where dreams are not only possible, but inevitable. The journey of breaking barriers and building dreams requires a shift from the ego-driven self to the deeper essence of being. The ego is the part of us that defines identity based on external factors. Our roles, achievements, possessions, and the validation we receive from others. It constructs a narrative of who we are, rooted in comparisons, fears, and the desire for control. While the ego serves a practical purpose in navigating the material world, it can also become a significant barrier to personal growth and fulfillment. The ego's primary concern is self-preservation. It thrives on creating a sense of separation, seeing the world in terms of me versus them. This separation fuels competition, judgment, and the constant need to prove worth. The ego often clings to the past or worries about the future, drawing us away from the present moment where true life unfolds. It is this attachment to the egoic mind that keeps us confined within the limits of our own narratives, preventing us from accessing the expanse of possibilities that lie beyond. To break free from the constraints of the ego, we must cultivate awareness of its workings. This involves recognizing when our thoughts and actions are driven by fear, comparison, or the need for external validation. For instance, if we hesitate to pursue a dream because we fear failure or judgment, we can pause and ask, is this fear coming from my true self? Or is it the voice of the ego trying to protect its image? By observing the ego without judgment, we begin to disidentify from it. We realize that we are not our thoughts, roles, or achievements, but something far deeper and more authentic. Shifting from ego to being means connecting with the essence of who we are beyond labels and identities. This essence is rooted in presence, the state of fully inhabiting the present moment without attachment to past or future. When we are present, we access a sense of peace and clarity that is not dependent on external circumstances. In this state, the mind's chatter quiets, and we become more attuned to our inner wisdom, which guides us toward what truly matters. This transition from ego to being also transforms how we approach our dreams. Instead of chasing goals to prove our worth or achieve recognition, we begin to pursue dreams that align with our authentic values and passions. Dreams born from being are not driven by fear or comparison, but by a sense of purpose and creativity. They reflect our deepest desires to grow, contribute, and express our unique essence in the world. The shift from ego to being does not mean rejecting the ego entirely. Rather, it is about placing it in its rightful role. The ego can be a helpful tool for navigating practical aspects of life, but it should not dictate our sense of self or limit our potential. By anchoring ourselves in being, we gain the freedom to use the ego constructively while remaining rooted in our true nature. This transformation also has profound implications for how we relate to others. When we operate from being, we no longer see others as competitors or threats. Instead, we recognize our shared humanity and interconnectedness. This perspective fosters empathy, collaboration, and a deeper sense of unity. Shifting from ego to being is an act of liberation. It allows us to transcend the barriers of fear, doubt, and separation that the ego creates. It opens the door to living authentically, dreaming expansively, and contributing meaningfully to the world. By embracing this shift, we unlock the boundless potential within ourselves and take a powerful step toward building a life of purpose, fulfillment, and connection. Resilience is a vital force on the journey of breaking barriers and building dreams. Life is inherently unpredictable, filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. These experiences can test our resolve and sometimes make us question our ability to move forward. However, resilience, the capacity to adapt, recover, and grow stronger through adversity, is what allows us to persist and transform obstacles into stepping stones toward our aspirations. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulty, but about how we respond to it. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, and they often emerge as the very barriers we seek to overcome. These barriers may take the form of external circumstances, such as financial struggles or social limitations, or internal ones, such as self-doubt and fear. Resilience is the quality that enables us to face these difficulties with courage, determination, and an unwavering belief in our ability to overcome them. One key aspect of resilience is perspective. When confronted with a challenge, the way we interpret the situation significantly impacts how we respond. If we view setbacks as failures or insurmountable obstacles, we are more likely to feel defeated. However, if we see them as opportunities for growth or as part of the natural ebb and flow of life, we can approach them with greater strength and creativity. This shift in perspective is not about denying the difficulty of the situation, but about recognizing that every challenge holds the potential to teach us something valuable. Another critical component of resilience is self-compassion. During times of difficulty, it is easy to be harsh on ourselves, to judge our actions, or to dwell on perceived shortcomings. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, especially when things don't go as planned. It means acknowledging our humanity, accepting that setbacks are a natural part of growth, and giving ourselves permission to try again. This nurturing attitude creates a foundation of inner strength that helps us persevere. Resilience also involves cultivating a sense of purpose. When we have a clear sense of what we are striving for, whether it's a dream, a goal, or a vision, it becomes easier to weather the storms of life. Purpose acts as a guiding light, reminding us why we began the journey in the first place. It fuels our motivation and gives us the determination to keep moving forward, even when the path is uncertain or difficult. Building resilience requires both inner and outer resources. Internally, practices such as mindfulness, meditation, or journaling can help us process emotions, manage stress, and maintain a sense of balance. Externally, seeking support from a community of friends, family, or mentors provides encouragement and perspective. Connection with others reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and that support is always available. When met with resilience, often leads to unexpected growth. Each challenge we face and overcome strengthens our capacity to handle future difficulties. Over time, we build a reservoir of confidence and adaptability that enables us to approach life with greater ease and courage. This process transforms us, helping us become not only stronger, but also more compassionate, resourceful, and attuned to the deeper meaning of our journey. Resilience is about trusting in our ability to rise, no matter how many times we fall. It is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and its capacity to endure, evolve, and thrive. By embodying resilience, we break through the barriers that stand in our way and move steadily toward the realization of our dreams, embracing each step of the journey as a valuable part of our growth. The act of breaking barriers and building dreams is not a solitary endeavor. While individual effort and determination are crucial, the power of collective energy, shared vision, and collaboration can amplify the impact of our efforts. Humanity thrives on connection. It is through relationships and shared purpose that we find the strength to overcome obstacles and achieve dreams that might seem unattainable on our own. At the heart of collaboration lies the understanding that we are all interconnected. Our lives are woven into a vast web of relationships, communities, and shared experiences. When we recognize this interconnectedness, we begin to see others not as competitors, but as allies. Collaboration allows us to pool resources, share knowledge, and leverage diverse perspectives to achieve common goals. In this unity, we discover the strength to break barriers that would otherwise seem insurmountable. One of the greatest benefits of collaboration is the opportunity to learn from others. Each person brings unique skills, experiences, and viewpoints to the table. When we engage in collaborative efforts, we gain access to these varied perspectives, broadening our own understanding and enhancing our capacity for problem solving. This exchange of ideas often sparks creativity and innovation, leading to solutions and possibilities we might not have envisioned on our own. Collaboration also fosters a sense of belonging and support. Pursuing dreams can be a daunting journey, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged along the way. However, when we work with others, we are reminded that we are not alone. The encouragement, feedback, and shared enthusiasm of a supportive community can reignite our motivation and keep us moving forward, even in the face of challenges. Building strong collaborative relationships requires a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Trust allows individuals to feel safe in sharing their ideas, taking risks, and contributing fully to the collective effort. Respect ensures that every voice is valued and heard, creating an environment where diverse perspectives can flourish. When trust and respect are present, collaboration becomes not just a means to an end, but a deeply enriching experience in itself. Another vital aspect of collaboration is effective communication. Clear, open, and honest dialogue fosters understanding and alignment among team members. It helps to clarify goals, roles, and expectations, ensuring that everyone is working toward a shared vision. Communication also plays a key role in resolving conflicts or misunderstandings that may arise, allowing the group to move forward with unity and focus. The power of collaboration extends beyond immediate goals. It creates ripple effects, inspiring others to join the effort or embark on their own journeys of growth and transformation. A collaborative spirit can uplift entire communities, sparking movements that drive meaningful change on a larger scale. In this way, collaboration not only helps individuals achieve their dreams, but also contributes to the collective progress of humanity. We must let go of the ego's need for control and individual recognition. True collaboration is not about who takes credit, but about the shared success of the group. By shifting our focus from me to we open ourselves to the profound strength and beauty of working together toward a common purpose. Collaboration is a celebration of our shared humanity. It reminds us that we are stronger together, that our dreams are interconnected, and that the barriers we face can be overcome when we unite our energies and talents. Through collaboration, we not only build our own dreams, but also contribute to a world where collective growth, understanding, and possibility flourish.